Hey everybody, this is going to be a walk around video of my 2016 Tacoma TRD off-road. A lot of people have been asking for an update video on what I've done to my truck. I bought it 100% stock, so I'm going to go from front to back and show you the things I've done to it. Starting at the front, it's all stock. That is a sport grille, it's chrome. This right here is a film cover you put over the stock fog light, and it just changes the color. This color right here shows up more in rainy and snowy conditions. Right here I have a Cali raised low profile fog light bracket. They call these ditch lights. It actually goes to the hinge on the hood, so when you open up the hood the light goes with it, so it's never going to scratch or hit the windshield or anything. These right here are just cheap $25 eBay LED fog lights. On the passenger side, I have a Dobbins 4x4 snorkel. It looks great. I've noticed no change in gas mileage or anything. It's really quiet. It doesn't whistle. You can't hear any engine noise with this intake on, but when I put my pre-filter on, the clear one from my Jeep Rubicon, that thing is so loud. It sounds like a vacuum cleaner when you're accelerating. But it was a pain in the butt to install, but once you get it in there, you don't have to worry about it, and it'll be there for as long as you own the truck. So I like it. Obviously I'm not going to be going in water over my hood like I used to do with the Jeeps. It's more for just cleaner air. This winter has been really wet and rainy in Central Florida, so I opted for these aftermarket mud flaps. As you can see, lots of clay, and there's not a speck of clay on the truck anywhere, so I really like them. Obviously it's for slow speeds. If you get on the interstate or get on the highway after driving through mud, it's going to fling everywhere, but just driving through pastures and clay roads and stuff like that, it keeps your truck pretty spotless. And they were cheap. They're actually really sturdy. Direct bolt-on, came with all the hardware and everything, and they were $20 for all four of them, so I couldn't beat that to keep a clean truck. On the back of the truck here, I have a Bodyguard rear bumper. I tried to look it up online whenever I bought the truck, and I don't think they make them anymore. They make them for the Tundras, but not the Tacomas. Not real sure why, but the bumper was listed for about $1,800. That was on the truck when I bought it. It's got LED reverse lights, it's got a shackle on each side, plus it just kind of looks cool with all the little chrome Allen heads and everything. But I have LED tag light bulbs in there, 7-pin, as well as the 4-pin flat trailer wire connector. Other than that, I don't really have any complaints, other than whoever installed the bumper left the bumper up a little too high, and when you put the tailgate down, 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way across, the bumper comes and hits these bolts sticking up on the bumper, so I have nice rusty dents all in my tailgate. Now for the fun part of this walk around. This is a brute force bed rack. It is not like other bed racks, and I'll show you why. This bed rack is 10 times better than any other bed racks on the market right now. Not only just because I own it, you know, of course I'm going to say that, but this one does not use the channel inside the bed rail that most bed mounts and rooftop tent mounts and all that stuff, most other companies just go straight to that. But the problem is the Tacoma beds are really weak, and the side of your bed will start to push out, and you'll have a big gap, and then you have to buy brackets to reinforce it and all that mess. Brute force, they actually go all the way down all four corners to the bed mounts, so you're going straight to the floor of the bed, and it's a lot sturdier and stronger, and it's just a lot better built rack at that. Alright, so on the passenger side, I have dual roto packs. I have obviously gas and water. I keep this full of gas. I commute on the interstate, and sometimes you'll find people that run out of gas, and if I'm running early or don't have anything to do, I'll stop and give them some gas. But I use this in my lawnmower as well, just to keep the gas from going bad and keeping fresh fuel in there, and of course water. When you store water in these, you should not fill them all the way up. Oftentimes I go up to North Carolina in the snow and stuff like that, and if these freeze, it'll crack, so you want to leave some space in there for the the water to freeze and expand. So on the top of my bed rack, my dad and I installed a 100 watt Renogy solar panel. That goes down to that box down there. It's a battery box. I have a 110 amp hour battery in there, as well as a charge controller. There's some switches, 12 volt socket for my refrigerator that usually goes back here, and some USB ports to run lights and charge cell phones and cameras and whatnot, GoPros. But what's unique about this is there's so many mounting slots. You can mount a rooftop tent directly to this. There's other bolts. You can buy brackets to mount a spare tire up here, another roof rack. Right over there I'm utilizing these two holes right here, this slot, and I have a mount for my mountain bike. So you just take the front wheel off, put the fork lock in there, and your bike's not going to be going anywhere. But there's so many things you can do or mount on top of this. You can put kayak racks on here, put kayaks on each side, or just one kayak. It doesn't matter. The options are pretty endless on this this rack. On the outside, on the driver's side, I have my awning. I don't use it much. Nicole and I used it when we went to the Keys, just because I didn't have the trailer towing behind us. But it got us out of the rain for those short afternoon rainstorms that come through. Got a shovel mount, an axe. All these are nice. There's no rattling anywhere on this. All these mounts that they sell, or you get with it, everything locks in there nice and tight. You can tighten it down to where you can't do it with your hands. That way nobody can just walk by and steal it. You have to have a socket and a wrench and all that. So on the very back right here, I have mounted an LED spotlight. That way when we have the tailgate down and we're cooking, or it's at nighttime and you're trying to fix something or set something up, we have a nice spotlight right there, and it lights up perfectly. It's down low, so it's not shining in your face. And right here, this is like I call it a dust light, like a trail light. Sometimes in the middle of summer when Florida's kind of in a drought, we're going through Ocala, you're doing probably 55 miles an hour on the dirt roads, and there's just a cloud of dust. You can't see taillights, you can't see anything. So we put a really bright spotlight with a red filter, and you can actually just see that through the cloud of dust for the people that are behind you. That way they can tell distance-wise, you know, are you slowing down, are you speeding up, because they won't be able to see your brake lights. But anyway, that is my truck so far, and it's probably going to change here in about an hour and a half. That's why I'm making this video this morning. It's about 50 degrees. I'm in Lakeland, Florida. My buddy William, who's also a Toyota truck enthusiast, he's coming over, is going to help me install some stuff. But I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag right now. You guys are just going to have to wait till the next camping video to see what we install.